welcome into the Alabama Bass Trail Tournament Series pre-tournament meeting for Wheeler Lake, the third stop of the Alabama Bass Trail North Division. John Simpson and I are here. I do want to remind everyone this is a pre-recorded meeting. John and my schedule is kind of crazy right now, and it is only going to get crazier as the year progresses. And we're not always going to be where we can do this on a Monday night. So we are pre-recording this meeting for Wheeler Lake. We will be tuned in the comments section in case you have questions, but this is pre-recorded. We're going to go over everything that you need to know about the Wheeler Lake event. But of course, if you have questions, our phone numbers are located in this presentation, as well as most of you should already have those by now. So I did want to just remind you this is a pre-recorded meeting. I do want to thank Danielle Gibson, the director of the Decatur-Morgan County Tourism Board, as well as Don Dukemanier, their sports events coordinator, for being our host this week. Long time ago, I was the sports person for the Decatur-Morgan County Tourism Organization, and Don does a fine job. Danielle's a great leader there, and we appreciate them for being our host this week. And it is fun to be back in my hometown. So welcome to Wheeler Lake in Decatur, Alabama. I do want to start off by congratulating our winners from Smith Lake, Craig Grubbs and Matt Ferguson. Those guys took over well over $23,000 with their boat contingency, the $15,000 first place payout, the Garmin contingency on Garmin Electronics, which was $300. So pretty good payday there at Smith Lake for Craig Grubbs and Matt Ferguson, their first win on the Alabama Bass Trail. And so very excited for them and new champions to the Alabama Bass Trail. Also want to recognize your current Anglers of the Year leaders. That would be Damian Willis and Tyler Kiker. They currently have a 4-point lead over Fisher and Ryan Anaya. Really tight points race in that top 9, trying to get into that Bass Team Championship. Only 40 points separate first from 9th place. So again, it's going to be a very heated race. We always look at the third tournament of the year kind of as the hump day tournament. Get through that, and we'll really start concentrating on that points race, getting to the Alabama Bass Trail Championship, as well as the top 9 that'll move on to the Bassmaster Team Championship. A couple things I want to remind you of. Some of you guys remarked that you did not get your checks in a timely manner from Smith Lake or Pickwick. Once they leave the Alabama Bass Trail office, there's really nothing I can do about it, guys. I just want to remind you, everything is mailed on Monday unless it is a holiday. Otherwise, it is picked up on Tuesday, but they are all prepared and ready to go out on Monday. If it is going to be different, I will let you know ahead of time so that you stick around to get those at the boat ramp. But they'll always be put in the mail on Monday. I can't help what the post office does. I will not reissue a check in 1 week because if the first check didn't get there on time, there's no assurance that your second check will get there in a quicker time frame. So I just cannot be in the position of reissuing 60 to 70 checks, which is about the number of checks that I send out on Monday. So please just be patient with me and the Postal Service. I've been to the post office. I've called the post office, checking on those. And my response is we process all mail that comes in that day within 24 hours. So that's all that I can tell you. But I just wanted to answer that because a number of you have reached out to me. Also, I do want to remind anyone who's been voluntold that they are getting a camera to please get to the boat ramp just a tad early so that we can get those cameras on your boats. The team that is putting cameras on your boats are also the team that's on the water covering live coverage and doing the drone work that we have going on during the tournament. So they can't be in 2 places at one time. And if they're still waiting on you to put the camera on your boat, then they're not on the water getting ready for live. So please make sure that you get here just a little bit early. Don't wait to the last minute if you are going to be getting a camera. Guys that are just getting trackers, they're attached to your key fob. There's no real problem there. But if you are getting a camera, please make sure that you get to boat check in a timely manner. So, and the only other thing that I want to cover about cameras is as you're catching fish throughout the day, please make sure that you show that fish to the camera. It does make for a much better TV show. It makes for better live coverage. It makes for better highlight videos for the Alabama Bass Trail. And we want to make sure that we are giving you the most coverage that we can, your sponsors and our sponsors, the most coverage that we can. So as you catch those fish, please show those fish to the camera. We love seeing your energy. when you catch those, but please, if you would, showcase those out to everyone. So that is what I wanted to talk about. I will, just before John gets started, I want to just mention that Wheeler Lake Ingalls Harbor is one of the biggest and best ramps that we go to throughout the year. But that does not mean that you will get in the water if you show up 5 minutes before blast off. Traditionally, people think because the ramp is so wide, there's so much parking that they can just show up 5 minutes before blast off and be in the water. I can assure you, you are not the only one that thinks that. There's about 50 of you that will think that, and you'll be sitting in line for a minute. We will not postpone blast off till everyone gets in the water. We will go ahead with blast off at the regular scheduled time or when John deems that it is safe to do so. And do not get on plane running through boats because you were late putting your boat in the water and you're missing your boat number. It is not the right thing to do. So do not get on plane and rush through everyone else, pushing them up against the docks and other things because you missed your boat number. Be kind and courteous as you're doing that. This area at Ingalls Harbor is it's an incredible facility, but everyone can mess it up. If you decide that you missed boat number 15 and we're calling out boat number 65, that's on you. So make sure that you get there in a timely manner, get yourself positioned to where you need to be, and everything will go smoothly. So I just wanted to remind everybody, it is a beautiful facility. It is built for this type of event, but it does give someone false hope once they get there, right, John?
Yes.
All right,
Very
let
much
me get
so.
the presentation up, John, and we'll get you, we'll let you get started, okay?
All right.
All right, you should be good.
All right. Again, as Kay mentioned, welcome to Wheeler Lake. This is the north stop for Alabama Bass Trail Tournament Series. If you are getting a camera or if you want a camera, this is your contact for that. This is Kenny Kernow. He works for anglerschannel.com. His number is 704-770-8600. There are some cameras already assigned, but if you feel like you're on fish and you want a camera, this will be your contact. Just give him a shout sometime before, really kind of before Friday afternoon, so he can get you lined up and set up with a camera for your boat.
Make sure you wait until you get your boat number. You just text this number, say boat 123, I would like a camera, and he'll let you know whether or not he has one to put on your boat, but please wait until you get your boat number on Thursday night.
Boat check for this event will start at 3:30 a.m. If you are coming by water, we will have um, uh, some red lights set up on the floating dock on the that will be on the east side of the harbor when you come in. And if you are coming by water, you'll come to those flashing red lights. We'll get you checked in. We'll get you your key fob, check your live wells, and give you your ribbon. Safety first, guys. Anytime a big motor is running, you will have to have that PFD zipped up, buckled up. When you're below Guntersville Dam, you will be required to wear that PFD while you're fishing. Also, that PFD is mandatory during the practice days. Thursday and Friday are considered official practice days for these events. These rules will be in effect even during Thursday and Friday. Please follow all posted water control signs and buoys. If you are ticketed during one of these tournaments, that will result in a DQ. Blast off for this event, we're going to shoot for 6:30 a.m. If it's light a little bit earlier than that, we will go ahead and blast boats off. First flight for this event is due in at 2:30 p.m. And this is not a trailered event. There's enough dock space to get you all tied up and get your fish to the scales before putting your boat on the trailer. Saturday morning, when you arrive at boat check, the team member in the vehicle's driver's seat needs to have the text message that you receive on Thursday afternoon displayed on your phone. You will show that to the guys at Boat Check. It'll either be Daniel or Brody. They will give you your key fob. Key fob has to remain in the boat, and you will turn that key fob in whenever you weigh your fish. It will not be taken up when you check in the afternoon. It will be taken up at the bump sink in the weigh-in line. If you do not have your key fob, you cannot weigh your fish. We've had this issue already this year. A team lost their key fob. They were not allowed to weigh their fish. So hold on to your key fob, turn that in at the bump sink. Size limits for this event: largemouth 12 inches, smallmouth 15 inches, spotted bass will be 12 inches. Meanmouth do come into play on this lake. They will be measured as smallmouth and will be measured at 15 inches. This is just to show the logistics to come into the ramp. You will enter down by the pavilion on the east side of this property. You'll come in like you're going to Home2 Suites. The line here shows you'll come in, and it's down there by the LED sign for Ingalls Harbor. You'll come in, you'll go around like you're going to Home2 Suites. You'll go through around their parking lot, and then down towards the little marina there. And as you come back, we will have Boat Check set up just past the weigh-in trailer. After you go through Boat Check, you'll continue to the ramp. I will have personnel set up at the ramp. They will get you put in, and then I will also have personnel getting you parked. When you're on your way into Boat Check, if you're rigging your boat, please pull off to the side. Do not stay in the middle of the road. Allow traffic to move by you while you're getting your boat rigged up if you have to stop. Water check-in, again, it's right there by the red dot at the end of the east dock. That's where our red flashing lights will be set up. Off limits, it'll show you the line there. The point right there before you get to the little marina, if you'll draw a line across to the riprap there in Ingalls Harbor, that is your off limits. Blast off boat will be at the mouth of the harbor. We will be in a pontoon boat. Please idle by us after your number is called. Once you get past the pontoon boat, you are allowed to put it on plane and go to your fishing spot. But please do idle past us. We've got quite a few people on that boat, some expensive equipment. Please idle by us. When you come in Saturday afternoon, we will have a bag station set up right behind the weigh-in trailer. They will be set out on the dock. There'll be a rack there with the bags on them. We've got a certain number of bags we're going to put out for this event, so you will pick them up at the little bag tree right behind the weigh-in trailer. Again, this is not a trailered event. When you come in Saturday afternoon, tie up to the dock, weigh your fish. After you've weighed your fish, then you can put your boat back on the trailer.
The only thing I want to mention there is we do have a number of you that use multiple boats when you're practicing for this event, as well as some of you may just be meeting your partner at the event. If you could please use the excess parking on this diagram where it shows pickup bag area. Please make sure that you're using that area for your extra truck and meeting your partner area, and don't take up the immediate parking that guys can use for the teams that are fishing the event or the boats that are fishing the event. So any excess extra car parking would either need to go in the single car parking area by the pavilion or over in that rocky gravel area over there.
This slide shows my number. Again, I'm John Simpson. My phone number is 256-309-9852. If you have an emergency out on the water, please call 911 to get first responders headed your way before you call and notify us. When it is safe to do that, you got first responders on the way, then you can contact myself or Daniel Montgomery. Daniel's number is 256-284-9889. After 2:30, Daniel and I will both be on the stage hosting weigh-in. At that time, if you have an emergency, please contact Kay. Her number is 256-303-7905. If you're coming by water or using an alternate for this event, you will need to contact me via text or email before 5 p.m. on Friday afternoon. If you're coming by water, all I need is you to simply state, hey, boat number, this is my boat number, coming by water. If you're using an alternate, I will need your boat number, the name of the alternate, and who that alternate is fishing in place of. We will update our computer system. If you and your alternate get a check, we will update that system so when the checks print, it will be to your alternate. Again, my number is 256-3009-9852, or you can email me at jon@alabamabasstrail.org. Again, guys, I need that information by 5 p.m. on Friday. Also, for this event, on Friday when you're practicing, you will not have to be off the water until 6 p.m. Normally that time is 5 p.m., but with us not having meetings, things like that, and the later daylight hours, we are going to allow you guys to stay on the water until 6 p.m. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me by phone or email. I will be available anytime, during office hours. You can contact me if you have a rules question or any other issue but between now and the tournament.
Thank you, John. The only other thing that I want to mention, I mentioned this in the South Division meetings. I want to mention it in the North Division, even though we don't have this issue as much in the North Division. But anytime the Alabama Bass Trail rolls up, it seems like we have a good supply of Marine Police. I want to make sure that you have everything in your boat that you need to have in your boat. One guy was given a warning because he did not have a whistle in his boat. So please make sure that you have all the necessary items in your boat that you need to pass an inspection from a Marine Police officer. We ask that you be extremely respectful to them. They are only trying to do their job. But I just wanted to remind y'all to make sure that you have everything in your boat that you're supposed to have in there, because if you do receive a ticket, you are disqualified from this event, which would mean you would get no points added to your Angler of the Year points, qualifying you to make the championship. So please make sure that you're mindful of that. I also want to remind you, we are less than 1 month away from getting the actually, we're going to be less than 2 weeks away from getting the 2025 Alabama Bass Trail schedule released. It'll come out on May the 3rd at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. As you know, if you're fishing the Alabama Bass Trail in 2024, you have 14 days priority registration, August 1st through the 14th, as long as you're fishing with the partner that you're fishing with this year, or if it meets one of the 4 or 5 caveats that would allow you to fish with someone else. Otherwise, you will not be allowed to change your partner if you register during the priority registration. But the schedule will be announced May 3rd at 10 a.m. Registration opens August 1st through the 14th, and then opens to new teams on August the 15th at 5:30 a.m. So be looking for that. You'll be just under 2 weeks away after we get to the Wheeler Lake tournament. So just want to remind you of that. And thank you guys again for selling us out in under 30 minutes in 2024. So John, thank you. And thank you to your team for doing such a great job. I'm going to go ahead and clear that out there so you can see us. Again, if you have any questions, John and I will be in the comment section during the playing of this video. It will be seen on Facebook and on YouTube. If you do have any questions, please post them in the comment section or connect those to John or myself. We'll be happy to do that. When you're watching this, I will not be in the country, so hopefully you can contact John if you have any questions. I will be on vacation, but I will see you at Wheeler Lake on April the 27th, Lord willing, and something crazy doesn't happen. But I will be on vacation on Monday, which is why we are pre-recording this video today. So wish you all the best. Points race is tight, and we like it that way. It's going to be an exciting rest of the season. We look forward to seeing you in my hometown, Decatur, Alabama, on my home lake, Wheeler Lake. You guys have a blessed night, and we'll see you at Wheeler Lake.